Welcome to Architectural Design with progeCAD. This is Defining Elevation and Section Views. For this video, I'm going to be using the AEC model I created in the previous video. It's called AEC Floor Plan, and I already have it open. When creating sections and elevations, it's usually easier to have your model in plan view or top on the view cube. I'll also change the visual style to 2D wireframe, which will benefit us when creating sections. I'll be creating two of each and viewing them in separate layouts so that I can publish them to PDF together. The tools I'll be using are found in the Section Elevation panel of the AEC-3D Architecture tab of the full ribbon. I'll be using the two largest icons first and later discuss the others in more detail. The section line and elevation line icons look like they'd insert the annotation block shown, but they don't. They create a view plane that has a default depth. I'll start with the elevation line to demonstrate. Clicking on it, I'm prompted to select a start point and an end point, much like drawing a line. After the second point, I'm asked if I want to keep the hidden lines. I don't, so I'll say no. Next, I'll be prompted for the insertion point of the 2D AEC elevation that I just created. I'll click a random point to the side of my model, and the front elevation of our house will be inserted. I'll do it again, this time creating an elevation of the left side. I'll select the command and draw my view line from the lower left to the upper left. I'll say no to the hidden lines again, and click under the front view to see the elevation. And nothing happens. No view is inserted. What's going on here? The reason is the view depth is going the wrong way. I'll click on the vertical elevation line and we see that it's really just one edge of the view. It has 5 square grips and 1 arrow on the opposite end. I can use this grip to adjust the depth, but I can't use it to make it go the other way. I could delete it and start over, but with elevation lines, it's easy to reverse the direction. From the ribbon, I'll click on the icon with the E in it to start the reverse elevation line command. I'll simply select the elevation line to reverse its direction. I'll select the line again and adjust it to cover the extents of the house. That brings us to the next tool, as I still don't have the view created. I'll now click on the Generate 2D Elevation icon, which is just above the one we just used. I'll select the elevation line as prompted, enter to stop selection, then place the view without hidden lines like I did for the front elevation. It's time to create a couple of section views now. In general, they work the same way. I'll click on the Section View tool, and again, I'm prompted to draw the line. Remembering my lesson from the last elevation, I want to make sure the direction I want is the section to view. Notice this time, instead of ending at the second point, I can choose to continue. We'll do that next, but for this one, I'm done. I'll follow the same workflow to place my new section view. For my final view, I'll zoom in a bit to make it easier. Restarting the Section View tool, this time I'll do a little zigzag through the house. I'll start at the left side, go down the hall, through the doors, and back out the house through the other door. I'll press Enter to end point selection and insert the section view as I have before. Alright, that's how easy it is to create 2D views. Let's get them set up in our layouts. To get started, I'll click on the A201-Elevations tab to enter it. We need to create some viewports for our elevations, which of course need to be on a non-plotting layer. I'll quickly switch to the Home tab, and using the Layer pull-down, I'll select a Viewports layer that I've set not to plot. I'll pop over to the Layouts tab and start the To Viewports command from the Viewports pull-down menu. I'll define the rectangular area to contain them, and of course, after I do, I see the model and our 4 views displayed. I'll activate each and zoom and pan until my 2 elevations are generally in the middle of each viewport. When that's done, I'll go back to Paper Space and select both viewports with a crossing window. I happen to know that these 4 views I'll be creating are all 1:50 scale, so I'll use the standard scale from the Properties palette to set them both. And while I have them selected, I'll lock both from the status bar as well. I'll be doing exactly the same thing in the A301-Sections layout, so I'll just skip ahead to the finished layout. I've got one more thing to demonstrate. As you know, things change. So what happens if there's a change in your model? Our top section view is looking at the two windows on the back of the house, so I'll make a change there. I'll go back to Model Space and delete the window on the left. Then return to the A301 layout, activate the top viewport, and unlock it. As you can see, the window I erased is still there. Your views will not update automatically, but there's a tool to update them. It's the icon with the blue refresh arrows. I'll launch it, select the view, and press Enter. Just like that, the view is updated. In this case, I actually want the two windows, so I'll undo a few times to bring everything back. Of course, I'm not producing production drawings. I'm just showing the process for generating sections and elevations. In the real world, I'd have callouts, view labels, and various dimensions and annotations. Our last step is to create a PDF of our layouts, but this time, instead of using the print command for each, we'll do them both at the same time with the publish command. I'll start it from the print flyout in the application menu. I'll quickly go through the most important parts of this dialog box. You can save your list of sheets to an external file that has a DSD extension for easy access in the future. I don't have any, so I'll just use the ones in my drawing. The publish command is reliant on a page setup being applied to the layouts, so I will typically change the Publish To pull-down to the printer named in the page setup. You can override that and select something else. In the middle is a panel with your sheets listed. Notice that I have the two layouts along with model space. Publish is generally used to generate output from layouts, so I'll highlight the model entry and click on the Delete button to remove it. Now we make sure our layouts have the proper page setup chosen. In this case, it's the progeCAD setup I've been using throughout the series. If I've done everything properly, the status will read as no errors, so I'll click the Publish button. Since I'm creating PDFs, I'll be prompted for a folder to send them to, and with that, I'm done. You can find out more information, download their 30-day free trial, or purchase your own progeCAD license at www.progecad.com.